Oil field injury lawyer set on preventing tragedy. Oil field workers are more likely to be killed on the job compared to the average worker. All too often, the cause of the gas pipeline, oil rig, or oil transportation tragedy is completely avoidable. To make matters worse, the oil or gas company responsible for this inexcusable negligence often rushes to protect itself rather than address the inevitability of similar incidents. When these companies fail to put their workers first, Bob Schuster and his team fiercely represent victims and their families to not only mitigate their irreparable damages, but to also ensure that another family will not have to experience the same tragedy. Defective equipment and insufficient safety for oil field workers. As oil and gas drilling continues to rapidly expand in the United States, companies have a vital responsibility to hire capable workers, properly train them, and equip them with the latest safety gear and protocols. When oil and gas companies prioritize demand for production over caution for human life, the dangerous results are typically overworked or undertrained employees, defective or misused equipment, and exposure to harmful environmental conditions, or worse, explosions. Robert P. Schuster, PC, is an accomplished workplace injury law firm that conducts extensive investigations into the physical and cultural factors surrounding on-the-job oil and gas incidents. These liabilities are often endemic within the workplace, and our goals are to hold the company accountable to our clients while also identifying its missteps so that they can be avoided in the future. Typically, a claim can be filed if an oil field injury was the result of the following: unsecured rigs, infrastructure or machinery, defective tools or materials, lack of updated safety equipment, outdated pipelines that result in explosions or environmental contamination, inadequate break or rest periods leading to inability to focus while operating machinery, including oil and gas transportation vehicles, lack of proper signage or labeling, lack of employee training or certification requirements. When your employer and their insurance company conduct their internal investigation, they will try everything to avoid being found negligent. Unfortunately, this often means the blame is passed on to the victim. We have extensive experience recovering fair compensation and defending clients when it comes to these situations. Examples of oil field injuries include loss of fingers or limbs, bone fractures, severe burns, back, neck, and spinal cord injuries, severe hearing loss, eye injuries, including those resulting in blindness, head and brain injuries, exposure to toxic chemicals or fumes that may result in chronic illness, exposure to environmental contamination due to exploding pipeline. Continue reading. Common oil field injuries. Even though there are risks associated with working in the oil industry, workers still have the right to a safe work environment with all the proper precautions and tools to prevent injury. When oil and gas companies prioritize production over safety for employees, they need to be held accountable for the dangerous consequences that follow.